think it's important to remind ourselves that when we undertake a doctorate, it is quite natural and quite normal to pivot or change direction as you have more knowledge and insight going forward. And even in writing my thesis, but also when I wrote this book, I hit a wall, and I reread the notes and the interviews and the conversations of people who wanted to tell their story about their PhDs. And the why, as to why I wanted this to kind of come to fruition, was unchanged, but the how to tell the story shifted and the tone of voice changed. So the original version of this book was very academic, very theoretical, and almost finger waving to kind of say there needs to be more diversity or more kind of things in place to help people who are working part-time. But actually, the tone of voice changed, and it shifted to providing very useful material. So the feedback I'm getting from people who've used the book is actually the checklists were really helpful. It really helped me with my Viva in going through the key points and working out, does this point make sense? And can I back up everything that I'm proposing in this new idea? And also in the ideation phase, it's helping people because you're kind of working out, you're not familiar with the doctoral environment, and you're kind of saying, I think I want to go into this direction. And then you find you need to shift or change. So that's where I've noticed any of the feedback that I'm getting on the book is around that. And the other aspect is on the days where you feel like giving up, it's the reminder to go back to the why. Why am I doing this? And why is this important personally, but also for the potential new knowledge that I can create for the area I'm in? And I've positioned the doctor, at least the book, but also Unconventional Innovators, by saying that doctoral programs are actually empowering transformational processes and experiences, regardless of the outcome. So even if you don't complete a doctorate and you're one of the 50% in the US who doesn't, the experience you have around critical thinking, about understanding whether information or data is true or false, the ability to learn and interact with other people and people with opposing viewpoints are things that you will carry through with you, regardless of whether you apply the knowledge that you've gained through the doctoral process. And what was also interesting in the interviews I conducted was that people who were working back within a work environment said, for some reason, I'm better at my job, I'm clearer at what I do, but also I'm getting more out of my team and we're working better. So I found that quite surprising, actually, because I was expecting it to go more niche. So sometimes you have to remember that the information you gather in the research phase can be different to what you expect. But I did have pangs of guilt when I missed the deadline for the book, because I knew that I had to stop, focus on the why, and rewrite. And this is a common dilemma that I believe doctoral candidates face on an ongoing basis, regardless of whether they're working full-time or part-time. It's really looking at this idea of the am I good enough? Almost like imposter syndrome, when you're in a new learning environment and you've lots of experience and you're not sure what you fit in. So this aspect of, if there's a delay, it's ready when it's ready, because you want to deliver superb work, excellent work, and new knowledge. And I think that's the biggest shift or insight, certainly for me, going through the doctoral process and with the people that I interviewed as well. So here's a copy of here's the book, just so that you can see it there. It's published by Routledge. And the business that materialized out of the PhD experience and the writing of the book as well is to establish a startup called Unconventional Innovators. We're based in the Netherlands, and we're looking at how to address participation rates in the innovation ecosystem, but also in the doctoral innovation system as well. And what we're doing is we're developing a platform in a community, and we're looking at kind of online and on-demand services for people. And this is more about moving towards completion and moving towards that long-form project to get it complete. And this is the purpose of what we do. And this is just an overview that we focus on the individual, your own self-directed leadership. And with unconventional doctorates, we're really looking at innovation and research, but also for people who are innovators but maybe don't want to go the academic path.